Okay, my name is Brianna Simmons, and here with me today we have Julia and Athena Johnson, Casey Finch, Braden Simmons, and Olivia Lozano behind the camera. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking to you about texting and driving. So, are you the business parent that terrifies your children when you're driving and you get an email that you just have to read and have to respond to? Or are you the older friend that always likes to drive? You know, you've got the cool truck, cool car, you've got to drive, you've got to post the Snapchat while you're driving. Well, did you know that these distractions can lead to accidents and sometimes even death? The vague term of texting and driving, texting being any hands-on cell phone use, GPS, music, text, calls, emails, anything. They do provide you with social interaction, but they also present you with very dangerous situations when done so while driving, according to author S.J. Seiler in her journal, Hand on the Wheel, Mind on the Mobile. Now, I do not mean to scare you with these facts. However, I do hope to persuade you to take into consideration the risks that you're putting yourself in as well as others when you're texting and driving. In saying so, I'd like to share with you some dangers and hassles that it presents, a simple plan to alleviate all of these, and the benefits that will lead to safer journeys. Now, if you're called on your phone while driving, you will get pulled over if someone hasn't already had to call 911 on your behalf. The state of Georgia has even issued an attempt to catch drivers who are on their phone while driving. Operation Rolling Thunder was in effect in late March, early April. And I do not have my ticket as I had to mail it in, but I have the receipt of my fine. It was $231. It was ridiculous just because I was, like I said, on the GPS, not even texting, but it's still called texting and driving. The State Patrol pulled me over, got a ticket, had to pay a fine. If I had not paid my fine, I would have gone to court. So it's just more hassle than you want to deal with. Jerry Cook and Randall Jones conducted an electronic questionnaire of 274 college males, as it was an all-male school, of texting and driving, titled Accessing the Web While Driving, Traffic Citations. Now you can see it says seldom or never, a few times per week, a few times per month, week, and then several times per day that they said they were texting and driving. And as you can see, the more they did, the higher the traffic citation number rose. Now, some people like to say that they're a good driver, you know, they can multitask, shoot a quick text, they'll be fine, which may be true. Some people are lucky like that. However, the more you do it, the more chance you have of getting a ticket. Now, tickets do get the attention of the drivers at fault, but they cannot bring anyone back. So if your phone is in your hand while you're driving, you have way less time to avoid common hazards in the road. Some hazards include deer, you know, you got to swerve to not hit the deer, blown tires, boxes, anything in the road that prevent you from going to point A to point B in a straight path. You also have less time to avoid other people. We all know semis, they kind of swerve a little, they're the bigger vehicles, they just need more room. They like to get into more than one lane. There might be other accidents around you. For instance, if there's an accident in front of you, you have to slam on brakes. You have a lot less time to do that if your phone's in your hand. Authors Simpson, Wilson, and Muehlman agree in their journal, Fatalities of Pedestrians, Bicycle Riders, and Motorists, that distracted drivers are the leading cause of an increasing number of fatalities among pedestrians and bicycle riders. They're just hard to see, even without any distractions. You know, they're smaller, they don't have the big lights and the big vehicle. They're difficult to see as it is. So if you encounter other citizens, all too often a death will occur. An academic journal titled Adolescent Cell Phone Use While Driving by authors Delgado, Warner, and McDonald say that motor vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death in adolescents, as I'm sure happened in this photo. No parent wants to get the phone call that their child has been in an accident or their child caused an accident simply by being on their phone. It's too much to deal with. So now that you see why texting and driving is so dangerous, here's how we can fix it. Do Not Disturb is a feature on cell phones that can do all that the name says. The feature on the iPhones and Androids allows you to choose when and what notifications you receive and which ones are silenced. Now, I have an iPhone, so that's what we'll use to demonstrate. But simplest thing to do. You go to Settings, and Do Not Disturb is the 8th setting. Now, on this setting, mine's already set, you can schedule times that you want to receive notifications. For instance, if you have to drive to work, an hour to work in the mornings, you can schedule your phone to be silenced from 6:30 to 7:30 or whatever the hour may be. You can choose who can call you when Do Not Disturb is on. For instance, I have mine set to where only my favorites can call me. Repeated calls is on, meaning that if someone calls me twice or more within 3 minutes, I will receive a phone call. And once you set it, all you have to do is slide up from the bottom and turn on the blue moon. When blue moon's on, do not disturb is on. When it's off. Pretty simple. Now, my brother is on my favorites list, so he's going to call me, and my phone is on do not disturb, so let's see what happens. Brandon. It's ringing. Came through the first time. Okay, my friend Olivia is not one of my favorites, meaning she's going to have to call at least twice within 3 minutes for it to come through. So if you'll call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
voicemail the first try, meaning that my phone to everyone else is off. You call again. Came through the second time. Okay. So, as I said, once it's set the first time, you just have to slide it up. Easy to do. It's already set. Pretty simple. Even the older generations today have smartphones, so it's adaptable for almost everyone. So with Do Not Disturb in effect, you're sure to have an uneventful trip on your end. So what are the benefits? Do Not Disturb will only alert you with absolute emergencies. For instance, if my friend Olivia, really needed to speak to me, she would call me more than once in 3 minutes. Or my brother and my mother and father, anyone I said is my favorite, would call me. It will also reduce distractions and accidents. For instance, you can focus on spending time with family and friends, have a conversation, catch up, just spend quality time with them. All focus on them. And if you're the business parent that just has to read every single email immediately, you won't be bothered with the notification while driving. It won't even pop up. So in conclusion, texting while driving can cause more problems than anyone wants to deal with. Nobody, wants to deal with the tickets or the fatalities even. It's much simpler to just put a few clicks on your phone and let it be. So I've given you the facts, and I hope to have persuaded you to at least lessen, if not eliminate, texting while driving. I hope that this information has been helpful to you and that you will consider yourselves and others while driving because lives are much more important than cell phones.